Hello everyone, happy Thursday to you. It is December 31st, New Year's Eve, and I'm Fred, your Thursday vlogger on Proofwlsworks. We'll get right to the questions here. There's a couple here to answer. First question today, or this week, is why do you vlog? And there's a couple reasons I vlog. I see a lot of value in vlogging. It's nice to have a community out there where you can get responses to questions, be an active part in the community, offer feedback. It's kind of nice to have that camaraderie around you, good or bad. It's nice to have somebody that's in a similar situation as you and be able to talk to them. Locally here in where I am in Canton, Ohio, there isn't any local support groups. There is one in Cleveland, but Cleveland's a good hour away for me, and with the baby now, it'd be hard for me to get to that support group every month. So it's nice to be out in this community where I can be an active part in it and still get my feedback and post questions that I have in the video format. It's nice to see a face to a name instead of just being a face behind like an IM. It's nice to see face-to-face contact. So yeah, I see a lot of value in vlogging, and I think that's why I decided to come out here and start vlogging myself. What or who inspired you to start vlogging? Well, I actually went out there in my channel's email to see who I started emailing first back in the day, and my first email was from Sarah Jane back on January 20th in regards to pairing me up with Steve 2009 to be an accountability partner. And it's kind of fun because I think I pretty much talk to Steve just about every day, and it's worked out pretty funny that we're still in contact like that. But that was my first email, and so obviously I was looking at Sarah Jane and some of the other community members out here, that they definitely played a big part in getting me up and running and motivated to start putting out videos. Let's see here. Do you think you'll ever stop vlogging? Well, I'm sure there's going to be a time where, yes, I'm probably going to stop vlogging, but I certainly don't want to stop until I've reached my goal and have a track record of being at my goal weight. So I don't see it being anytime soon. Why did you choose or pick the surgery that you picked? For me, the decision was pretty simple. Since my wife has been banded and we have a couple of friends that have been banded, I knew the ropes of having a lap band and what your life is like post-op. So for me, deciding to go with the lap band wasn't really a big issue. I knew I had a lot of weight to lose, and it was going to be a definite uphill battle for me with a lap band. But I knew internally, I knew why I was at my weight and the eating habits that I have, and I could tackle those with a lap band. I think if I went any higher in my weight prior to having banded, I would have had to choose gastric bypass. I don't think I would have had any option. I think it would have been far beyond what a lap band would do for you. Although Steve's a prime example of someone who is definitely higher than me and has been very successful with lap band. So contrary to popular belief, you can do and be quite successful with a lap band. But yeah, I think any higher I would have had to go gastric bypass. But luckily, lap band has worked out great. 75 pounds down, still going. So that's why I chose lap band. Did you think twice before choosing that type of surgery? Nope. What would you tell others who are deciding what surgery to pick? Well, I think you have a couple factors to consider. One is your primary care physician. I think you need to talk to them. For me, I brought that topic up one day with him, and he thought it was a great idea. Why he never asked me about it before that day, I have no idea either. I think it's kind of like a taboo topic. I think doctors aren't really, I think they really need to put more pressure and bring that up with people that are severely obese, and maybe even recommend weight loss surgery. And I think because it's such a taboo topic, they don't bring it up. They avoid it like the plague. But as soon as I brought it up, he thought it was a great idea, and that started the whole process. Once I had his approval, then I could look for my surgeon and get his approval, and get my insurance approval. But yeah, I would start with your primary care physician, and then from there talk to your local surgeons that would do the procedure you want to have done. Also think you need to talk to a psychiatrist. Let's try that again. Psychologist to have a psych evaluation done. I think it's very important that you determine why you're at the weight you are. If you're 20 pounds overweight, I don't think it's a problem. I mean, you could go do Weight Watchers if you wanted to. But if you're super obese, there's a reason you're that high. And I think you need to find out what is causing those problems, because unless it's a thyroid problem or another medical problem where you can go pop a pill or have some other surgical procedure done to correct an biological problem, this is definitely a mental disease, and you need to find out why you're at that weight. Whether it's chronic overeating or binge eating or snacking all throughout the day because of stress, psychologist is the way that you're going to have to find out what your problems are. So between those three, I think that's how you would determine which surgery is going to be best for you. If you're looking for rapid weight loss, then lap band isn't going to be for you, and you're going to probably want to go with gastric bypass because you're going to be very disappointed. But if you just eat large portions like I do and only eat 3 times a day, then lap band might be for you, because it's done rather well for me. That was my problem, is just chronic overeating in a sitting. Now that's pretty much a done deal. I mean, I can't eat over a cup of food at any sitting, so it just makes perfect sense to go with the lap band. I didn't need to have gastric bypass, but it was definitely in my mind. So that's how I chose them. It looks like that's the only questions for this week. So, on to 2010. I cannot believe this. But, hope everybody has a great night tonight. Happy New Year. 2010 is going to be a great year. Let's lose a ton of weight. Everybody, let's do a good year here. And we'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.